So the one I attacked first was the loan from my freshman year, and then my sophomore year, and then my junior year, then my senior year. And then I started attacking the loans from my car and from business school. So really look at the smallest loan and then just attack that loan first, right? Pay off that loan first. Don't try and invest in the market. Like, pay off the debt, because the debt you have from school, from your assets or your car, whatever it may be, that is debt that is of high risk, right? If you were to invest in the stock market, like in the S&P 500, you guarantee around 8 to 10% every year, right? But that debt you may have may be going at 8% every year, and that's not going to change, right? Because it's not a variable rate, it's a fixed rate associated with your student loan debt, right? So always attack the smallest debt first. I call this the debt snowball effect. I learned that from Dave Ramsey. I'm not taking any credit from that, but that's what I really did first. I attacked the smallest debt first. And by doing that, I was able to pay off all my loans, about $300,000 worth of loans. Working 3 jobs, I know it was crazy, it was not good for my health, but you just need to do things, especially when you're kind of time need. Like I said, I came from a lower class family, mom and dad, minimum wage jobs. I just had to figure it out. Okay. So next greatest personal finance lesson I've learned was to really just plan for retirement, right? At Google gave us a Roth IRA, an employer-sponsored 401k plan. And then for me, I always invested in a Roth IRA. And I just opened one through Robinhood, Schwab, whatever it may be, whatever your personal broker of choice is, opening that Roth IRA. So first, every check at Google, I really maximized that 401k, right? So at Google, you were given $20,500 every year to invest in your 401k. They had a 50% match. So that's around $10,250, right? So at the end of the day, you're left with $30,750 in 401k retirement. And they use that money, everything is invested in Vanguard. And if you're curious what Vanguard is a large institutional investor that invests money. Basically, like it's a large investment firm where they take a lot of employees or corporations 401k plans. They'll put it in like a mutual fund or an ETF, which is exchange traded fund. Imagine a mutual fund and exchange traded fund is like this giant basket of stocks that everyone can just put money in and eventually appreciate in value. So for me, every check I would get from Google, I would invest it into the company sponsored employee 401k plan, right? Until it hit that $20,500, right? So for me, because I had 3 jobs at Google, Airbnb, and another place I was consulting, I always put all my money into that employee sponsored 401k plan. So by the end of March of every year, that 401k plan was fully maximized and I didn't need to contribute to that 401k plan anymore, right? So that was a cool part about having multiple roles and just kind of working so hard, is that you could really allocate all of your money and to that employee-sponsored 401k plan. And the cool thing about this employee-sponsored 401k plan is that the money going in is already taxed, right? Because whenever you have a job, like a W-2 income from a company like Google, Airbnb, whatever it may be, you're usually taxed for your state tax as well as your federal income tax, right? So at Google, because it was in California and because you're making around $300,000 a year, you were going to be taxed around 40%, right? And that 40% was already coming out of your paycheck and out of all your equity grants, right? Because every 3-4 months, Google will give you stock in the company, Alphabet equity, and then that equity is already taxed. You're not getting that full vest, whatever it may be, and you're not getting that full paycheck from your normal base salary as well as from your bonus. Everything is taxed, right? So the money you put into that 401k, it comes taxed. However, when you turn 62, 65, whatever your retirement age is, you get to withdraw that money tax-free, right? So you're getting free money from your employer, as well as you're able to basically save up for retirement